All right, so I got a new project I wanted to work on. So this is an Eagle Industries plate carrier, and I put some knockoff, gear here, which I'll talk about later. Mag holders and such. Here's a G-code piece of equipment. This has 11 by 14 plates in there right now. They're AP rated plates. There's something about this I didn't like, or I don't know, or maybe I want to keep this as a 5.56. I want to turn this into like a 7.62 by 39 setup that also will hold 11 by 14 plates. So when I went on Amazon, Tacticon said that they had, people in the comments said that this would fit 11 by 14 plates. So we're going to take those out over there and see if they fit in here. If they do, then we're golden. I like how this plate carrier is set up. There's some things I don't like. For instance, this kind of stuff, I don't know what's going on with that. That kind of crap, I would end up probably cutting off. Second of all, plastic clips that are your only way to hang on. I don't trust plastic clips. I understand the idea of a quick release to get it off your body, but personally, I think I would loop some 550 cord in there, so if it did break, it wouldn't come off my body when I didn't want it to. Second of all, I could cut the 550 cord possibly if I needed to. At least on one, I would have it reinforced, the other maybe not, so at least it stayed on one side. Same goes for this. These are quick releases, they're cool, they're in the front, you can get to them. It's also weird about this over here, these latches are in the back. So how are you gonna access them? That doesn't make any sense unless you turn this around. See, here's the pull tab. You're not gonna have that under your chin. So I'm not quite understanding what Tacticon's got going on here. I understand the loop for a radio or whatever, or a drink tube or something. I think that's the idea on these, and I think they just need to be reversed. But this is how they sent it to me when I ordered it. Other than that, it's got all the hook and latch stuff and things like that, and you got the cool Velcro space. You put your cool guy patches on. No, this doesn't have cool guy patch space, so you can't be all cool guy. The other reason that I like this setup is I do have side plates, so if I was going to be driving a vehicle, I'd put the side plates in that. Same with this over here. This has side plate pockets, kind of nice, so you can at least have some on your rib cage. I guess better than nothing if you get shot from the side. Especially if you're driving a vehicle, that's why I like the larger plate. A vehicle suck. You're just kind of a static target, and there's no real way to, hopefully just bullets hit your plates and not something else. Not the fleshy spots. Yeah, these hangers, I got those on Amazon a while back. They've been great. You can grab them here and, flip it over and carry it if you need. They definitely hold the weight. So this is just another project. We're going to mess around with this Tacticon and try to get it set up for an AK setup. Currently it's like 5.56. Like I said, I mainly have this Eagle Industries one set up for if I had to drive in a vehicle. That's why this G-code lock on is here. So if I had to take my pistol belt off, I could throw my pistol belt on there. So at least if I had to exit the vehicle, I had a pistol with me. That's the idea. Okay, here's the my belt I showed you before. So you see there, that's set up. So this right here is my smaller 8x10 setup that I use with this one in the same way, just kind of general purpose, quick response sort of setup that is a little smaller, a little lighter, gives you more moving around with your arms and whatnot. And then here's the larger 11 by 14 one that we're gonna build out. The newer one right there. So really quick, I'll just run over this. This is just an old pouch. It's here on the side belt. This doesn't have side armor pouches at all. So in here are 12 gauge shells for that little short shotty I've got. This can be used as a magazine holder, but really this is designed for 40 millimeter rounds. You know, like signaling rounds, 37 millimeter, that kind of thing. And there's a tourniquet, the same kind of pouch. Some scorpion kind of pouches there, like a G-code style. Just a few mags. And then you got a knife. So I always carry my knives up like this, not facing down, you know, up like this. So it comes out the top, not facing down, not facing to the sides. Because if it's facing any other way, if you're doing any kind of thing and it falls out, it's easy they'll fall out and you won't notice. And then when you go to grab it, it's not there. I've seen it too many times. So I know it's cool to have it facing down. You look all John Rambo and stuff, but that's Hollywood, not real. So don't run with that. Second of all, if you are gonna tie something down, like here, I'm just using a paracord. So you can either use one piece of paracord and go all the way around. I chose to do one to keep it one length. Also, you might want to consider doing two. So if one got cut or got broken, you don't lose the knife entirely. Here, if one got broke, the whole thing becomes loose. It could fall off your body or be dangling off of you. So also keep a small little pocket knife and a small set of scissors. It just stays right there. Now, if I was responding to some event, let's say, you know, I got a loved one at school or at work and, you know, idiots decide to start shooting it up, you might want to think about getting something like this. It doesn't say police, doesn't say you're not claiming to be a cop, you're not claiming to be anything, but if you have security on there, chances are police and other people will recognize you as not a bad guy. So I'd have that front and back, and if you got a helmet, throw it on the helmet. That kind of stuff. So something to think about, just so, you know, good Samaritans aren't shooting at you, because how are you gonna identify yourself? Second of all, if you do happen to do that, I would call 911 and tell them what you're wearing and, you know, identifiers like, hey, I got a security badge, you know, front and back on my setup. See right there? I keep the back empty. Because I don't really need to carry a lot on the back. Chances are if I'm wearing this, I don't have any backup. So if putting anything on the back, I can't reach it and no one's gonna be able to help me. So no need to put any gear, extra mags, anything on the back, because with this, I'm not running with a group or nothing. So no point. Anyway, just a quick rundown. And so you can see the different sizes. All right, something I wanted to go over. You know, on my rig and my setup, I've got some medical gear. I'd had some trauma training while I was in the military. So, you know, I made this one easy to pull off. It's got, you know, the latch loop set up on one side of my plate carrier that I showed you. I'll show it again, so you'll see this one again. This is something that's a little different. I carry this in another place. I just want to talk about this one because this is an expensive one. This comes from Bear Independent. They're Refuge Medical Supplies. I'm sure there are lots of guys that make IFAC setups and things like that, and that's great. I really like his setup and his gear, and so I buy that. So you can choose any of the expensive guy stuff. It's all probably excellent. I just happen to use Bear. I like how this is set up. You can go to their website and see how it's deployed. You know, I think he does like videos where he shows this stuff. So It's another one that has an outer pouch and you pull it out. Kind of like those Rhino Rescue ones that I showed you. They don't have near amount of gear in them that this does. This has a lot more medical stuff inside. You can go to his website and see what's there and look at how to train with it. So these guys, Rhino Rescue, I found some of their stuff online. It looked pretty decent. It's pretty streamlined medical gear though. It's not a lot, but they make this wound kit. So I just want to show this. So I've already got knife hack on my rig. My plan is to put everything that's in here into here. So I've got to pull off. I've got a medical bag I can tear off real easy. Just be for like lacerations, wounds, bleeding type stuff, not bullet holes, or not, a limb missing or something like that. So this is just for cuts, and I'll probably add Band-Aids and a few other things to that. So I know that my medical stuff on my right side is going to be for like cuts and abrasions and, things like that. Not major trauma type stuff. But the IFAK will be for, more major trauma like bullet holes and, broken legs, limbs, stuff like that, missing, that kind of thing. Just want to run that by you. Later on, I'll pull this stuff out. I'll set up this and I'll open it up and show you kind of how it's laid out. That's it. So one more thing. When you pull this out, you're going to end up with it has a card with it that, shows how to use this kit. It's vacuum sealed. So I'm not going to open it right now and break it up into little pieces into that. I'm just going to set it in there because I'm going to guess this is as sterile as it's going to be. If I open it up, I'm just going to expose it to more whatever. So we're going to leave it sealed, and I'm just going to put it in that bag. And if I hopefully need it, I'll have time to tear it apart and use what's inside. Anyhow, just want to show you what you get in the package. It's a good start, and it's better to keep it that way. So like I said, to this, I will add more bandages, tape, other things that I can get to readily where I don't have to open this unless it's absolutely needed. So that's the idea.